It is today, May 24th, 2024. And I have a special guest today that you will absolutely love because she is dynamic. She is amazing. She is a mother. She is a graduate, education, almost to her doctorate. She is a phenomenal woman. She is a author. I want you all to put your hands together today because we are talking about how to drop the waist. And I bet you like drop the waist. You're going to find out very, very soon as I bring my special guest to the stage today.
Good
Welcome.
morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Introduce yourself. That's
Sorry
okay.
about this. It's always in demand, huh?
Yes, yes,
Uh,
that's right.
that's how therapy is. So, as you stated, I'm a mother, two wonderful children, have a wonderful husband, and I am one class away from going into my capstone to complete my doctorate. I'm so excited. Yes,
I'm
I'm
so
so
happy for
excited.
you. So happy for you.
So really, you introduced me, so I loved it. So I don't have to go any further.
Well,
It's
I know that the audience see your name on the actual tick, but
Mhm.
tell them what your name is.
My name is Mardrey Wade Kiles, licensed professional counselor with an endorsement of mental health services practitioner. And what that means is that I can file insurance and I can diagnose my clients when they come into the service.
Good, good, good. So, Mardre,
Mhm.
the name of your company is the Head Shop, correct?
That's right. That's correct.
So, we have to really, really think about that name, right? So,
Yeah.
the head shop. So, you're talking about what's going on in the actual mind, what's going on in that brain, and
Yes.
what triggers and
Mhm.
what I guess probably struggles that women in general. Do you actually have therapy for women and men?
I do at this time. I offer services to women and men and couples. So, but my passion, my drive is to make women whole and
Make
healthy.
women whole.
Yes. So,
Best place. I'm telling you, on the right platform today. Whole Woman TV,
I
where
know.
we're talking about everything about the woman from the top to the bottom and everywhere in between.
Yes, it's important. It's really important.
It is really important.
It
So
is.
today we're talking about how to drop the waist.
Yes.
So we ain't talking about the 32, 28-inch waist. We're not talking about the other waist, but we're talking about the waist that we as women actually hold on to from years of traumatic stress.
Oh, yes.
So can you kind of talk to us about that?
Yes. So, it's people when they come in and they say, I'm depressed, I have anxiety, and I do an assessment, what I call a social assessment, and all it is I'm going to get a background of your bio, which is what your family origin is, and then we'll go to your psychological processes, and then how you interact socially,
Okay, let me
patiently,
clarify.
uh-huh.
Let me clarify. So you said first evaluation is the bio. So you're
Yeah,
going to actually collect history information from the family,
from the client at first.
from the
If the
client.
client is
Okay.
able to speak for themselves. So
Okay.
that's why we call it a biopsychosocial assessment. Yes, so I would like to get the client's perspective. I of what life was like in the family of origin for them.
Mm.
Yeah,
Okay,
go
so that's
all
the
the way back.
bio.
Yes.
And then you said the other one is the psycho.
Yes, the cycle part is what brings you to counseling? What are your complaints? You know, how long have you had them? And then the social aspect would be how, if there are any impairments and functions socially, occupationally, academically, or relational issues. So I assess all of that. And then from that point, I get to see where the defects are, you know. And I also, every client gets an ACEs test, and that's
Okay.
the Adverse Childhood Experiences questionnaire. It's just 10 questions, but those questions are powerful
Yes.
because we're asking what happened to you
Hmm.
prior to the age of 18.
Prior
Very
to
important.
18.
Yes, very important. And once we get that, calculate the score. If there's ever been any adverse experiences, calculate the score. That's where we find the trauma.
Mm.
And that's usually the touchstone, the foundation that created the chaos in this client's life.
So let me ask you a question.
Hmm.
When someone actually does take the ACEs
Hmm.
questionnaire, so if a person scores below on the ACEs, like their numbers are low, does that mean that they do not need therapy?
So no, 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 that doesn't mean that because a lot of some people come in, they haven't had an ACEs adverse childhood experience at all. So
Okay.
they're dealing with things currently in their life or the last 10 years, and they may be in their 60s or 70 because no one is void from those experiences, even as an adult. But the reason I in on the childhood experiences is because when we're children, that's when our brains and our emotional part of ourselves is forming. And it is known that trauma causes a disconnect. People get stuck at the age of maturity of that trauma.
Mm.
So it's really good to address it so that they'll be able to get validation for it. They clear it out of their, clear it. And it helps them mentally and physically most of the time. So if you take the ACEs score and you don't have any ACEs, we like, woo, yes. But the scores can range from 1 to 10.
1 to 10.
Hmm. So
Okay.
if you got one, it doesn't mean that you're doing any better, because everyone's experience is so different when it comes to trauma.
Okay. So I think I have the clarity of that for the audience. You do
Yes.
pretty much three different tests, and
Hmm.
then you will compile the three, and then you will come up with the plan for their counseling or for their therapeutic. I guess it would be their therapeutic plan for their life, probably, because you have some people that actually have to continue therapy for long term instead of short term.
Absolutely correct. So what I'll do is I'll usually not make um we'll look at where we want to get for the long term, but normally my treatment plans are anywhere from 90 to 180 days.
Hmm.
And then we'll reevaluate where we are, where the client is at this point. Then we'll make a new treatment plan according to where they are. And I
Are
like to do that 3 to 6 months, the new treatment
three
plan.
to six months.
Hmm.
Are there levels in therapy?
What do you mean?
Like like for instance, if someone would start out with you
Hmm.
and say for instance they have went through your program and
Yes.
you don't see any you don't see any progression where they have improved, would there be another level that they could go to, or would it be at that point they probably would need medication? How would you all determine if therapy is not the only step and they need to include medical?
Yes. So all of my clients that come in, I do assess. when was the last medical exam that they've had. It's really important because medical conditions can exacerbate anxiety, depression, and other um, mood disorders. So I will have them do that, but also I will tell them the options that, let's see, therapy alone works. If we get into a place where we get stuck, let's see if adding medication to this would be a good option for you. So I do have someone that two people actually, that I refer my clients to for medication evaluation. So, but normally I have not. The only time that I run into clients that can't be helped in therapy are the ones that are not committed to therapy. Yeah,
I was just going to say, so it could be someone even that may have a mask and they're not really showing their true self and they're
yeah,
just speaking what they think you want to hear.
exactly. And I can pick up on that, and I'll give them some time. Um, I think that for us as Black people, it's new for us. This is new. And depending on the demographic area, um, where that person grew up, their um, family history, they may not take this serious. They may not know how to engage with me. So I give them time. We build a relationship. It's really important that you build a relationship with each client. And I also give them the option, hey, if we're not a good fit, I can help you find someone, or you can go out and find someone else. Because I'm not a good fit for everyone, and everyone is
Right,
not a good fit for me. Yeah.
right, right. So when they're actually, what are the some of the signs that you know that this person is coming in to see you and you know that they are truly ready to drop all the waste, to just drop the stress, the traumatic issues, anything that's been holding them back.
That they called and made an appointment.
They made the first step.
They made the first step. It's scary. It's scary. You've been holding on to things all your life. Um, and that feel in your heart is not normal. But
Mhm.
to tell someone else, this is how my life was in my family, it could be embarrassing. But if they made the first step, set up an appointment, call my office, set up an appointment, they're ready. To some
Right.
extent, they're ready. Mhm. Yeah,
Let me ask you this. Have you ever had any client that come in, maybe a judge has ordered them to actually come and, get services?
I
Yes.
have. Yes, I have. In this at my clinic, I've had a few, but before when I worked in a community health mental health center, um, at one point my caseload were people that had been to court and a judge ordered them either to go to the state mental hospital, or either they've had them go to a group home and they've committed some type of crime, so they're ordered to take medication if needed, and do therapy. So I had it was a challenge. So I followed these people, making sure that they were committed to their services that they were receiving, making sure that they were productive in the community, and I would report that to the judge. Those were the difficult people because they were really sick, most of them, bipolar, schizophrenia, and or some type of really, really, really hard mental health condition. So, but in my office, I've only had maybe about two or three. And once it was over, they did not come back.
Not come back.
No,
So usually when you are forced to come, it may be a challenge if you actually stick out with the program.
exactly.
Have to be willing.
You have to be willing. You have to be willing. Yeah, absolutely.
So
The
let me ask you this. So how did you get into this field? I mean, did something happen in your life?
Yes, as you know, we growing up, I was like 5. I was molested by a caretaker husband. So yeah, all my life it was like after that event happened. You know, you go through all the turmoil, you're wrestling and fighting your inner demons, and I had to have a purpose. I figured that to have that happen to me and all the trouble that it caused me going through my life, I had to have some purpose. So searching for that purpose, um, I noticed people would always gravitate to me, tell me their problems, tell me, and I'm like, I don't know what to tell them. I have my own, but people think if you rocking upright, you don't have any problems.
Right.
They think if you smiling and and you seem so joyous and happy, there's nothing wrong. She's good. Let me talk to her. So as I was doing hair, I'm a licensed cosmetologist as well. I was in a shop doing hair, and the lady was sitting in front of me. We've only met like 2 or 3 times. She started telling me her business, all of deep things. I was like, oh,
Mm,
wow. So I was in school at that time, getting my psychology degree, my undergrad degree. And I was like, what would I do with a psychology degree? In that instant, I said, I'm going to do therapy. And I'm going to name my practice the Head Shop because I will be going deeper than just the surface level of reaching these people. I'll go deeper in there. You know, beauty is fading, it's fleeting.
right.
But what's in there, oh my God, it's so beautiful. It can be so beautiful.
Oh, wow.
So that was my drive. I felt like I found my purpose.
Mm.
Yeah.
Pulling those levels off. And like you said, you really did not know. And now it's really a testimony for you because you have, overcome that. Plus, you're helping other women,
Yeah.
do the same thing. So you went through it, you came out of it. Now you're helping somebody else. And that's what the plan is all about.
So because I feel satisfied. I really do. You know, sometimes we think, when we're growing in our careers, we really think that positions and titles that other people give us, that we've arrived, that we've made it. And I've had all those things, but I was never satisfied.
Mm.
And depending on their paychecks every first and 15th, and then to just walk out there knowing that I may not make what I made before I left those other people. However, I'm satisfied. I
You're
haven't starved.
satisfied.
You
And you
know,
have peace.
oh God, I have so much peace. So, that's why I know I'm on the right path. And I just think greater is coming. It is, because I'm
It is
excited about
coming.
it.
It
Yeah.
is coming. So you have also authored a book too. What is the title of your story?
It is, Lord, I should know it. Um, don't count me out. I'm just getting started.
Don't count me out. I'm just getting started.
Hmm. Yeah.
And tell the people what you have coming up.
So, what I have coming up, actually in July, this Top Down Experience 2024. And it was a
Oh, I
passion
see
to
that glow. I see that glow. You just woo.
yeah, yes, I'm excited about it. You see, this experience, I wanted to introduce women of color to the disparities and the connections between stress and autoimmune diseases. You know, there's hundreds of autoimmune diseases, but there's 80 common ones. And
80 common.
80 common autoimmune diseases.
Autoimmune diseases.
But the most common ones for women of color is type 1 diabetes, multiple sclerosis, and lupus. And everyone said, I got rheumatoid arthritis or I got lupus.
So
We're
what was
talking,
the, did you give four of them?
I gave four at that time.
Okay,
Let me
what
see.
was the four?
The four were rheumatoid arthritis, type 1 diabetes,
Type 1
multiple
diabetes,
sclerosis,
multiple sclerosis,
and lupus.
and lupus. All those are autoimmune diseases.
Yes, they are. And there's one more that I didn't add to this list. However, it's called Tsukatsubo. It's the broken heart syndrome,
The broken heart
and
syndrome.
it's cardiovascular.
Mm.
So when once something tragic happens, you hear of it, you may experience it, and it it gets so overwhelming to the person, that incident, that they go into a cardiac arrest.
Mm.
So they call it the broken heart syndrome.
I wonder if that what some people experience. I know probably about four times I think that I know of this has happened where a mother will lose a child. It can
Mm-hmm.
be an adult child. I've seen it with an adult child. And
Hmm.
maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 days later, that mom may pass away. And
Yes,
I've seen it happen the other way around too, where the mom can pass away and then the child will pass away maybe a week or a month later.
because the
And I've
grief.
heard that it's from grieving.
Yes, it is. So it's a real thing. Normally, people don't die. They recover within a couple of weeks. But because our health issues are not taken to the forefronts of our life, we have the worst outcomes. We don't know how to deal with stress. We have a difficulty with it because there's so much stigma attached to it. Not only is it our internal stigma, but the community around mental health. The community is stigma about how you deal with stress. Um, and then we have a right to have, because we've been experimented on. You know, black men were thrown in jail um, during slavery, said they were schizophrenic because they wasn't obeying. Make up disorders to hospitalize you, to put you away. So we have a reason to be afraid because of past history. However, there's so many kind-hearted therapists and therapists that look like you have so many opportunities to get help, to break the cycle so that you can live. We do. Just getting out there and looking for it.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Sometimes people will think that a person that is a introvert
Hmm.
that may be challenged in, social events, or, someone may say, well, they're just not sociable. And,
Hmm.
sometimes it just take those individuals actually speaking to someone that they know, and then all of a sudden you'll see them come out of that shell. Because
Yes.
just because you're an introvert, which means that, most of the time you are kind of set back, you're
Yeah.
not the extrovert, and you're not the one that's the real bubbly, the social butterfly.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, absolutely. But if we really, really have a relationship, like you said, with someone that looks like us, and
Yes.
then you can relate to maybe even some of the trauma that they've been through, because that's what we see a lot of. And sometimes we become friends with those people that
Yeah.
have probably, experienced some of the same traumas that you have. But your
Exactly.
actual event that is coming up now, how many actual therapists will be available, and what all can the audience expect for this event?
So there actually be about three or four therapists available. Um, Three of them, myself and two other young ladies, will be presenting and doing some really fun activities with the attendees. But what they can expect is come in the morning, relax, get you something to eat, little kind of little light breakfast, mingle, fellowship with the other ladies in attendance. I'm going to ask that we don't sit next to people that we know
Hmm.
because we want to find connections in other people. Um, and just learning about those experiences that hinder our mental and physical health, and also some coping skills. Then we get to eat lunch and then do some more learning. And I also have the women's physician group. One of their physicians has volunteered to be a speaker regarding women's physical health and stress.
Oh,
She's
that's
the
good.
well, that's the gynecology practice. So I'm excited, and I just think I feel that so many women are gonna come out of there with an understanding that you cannot have this without this. They
That's
work
good.
together. They're not separate. This tells this what to do.
And it's the top down experience
It's the
2024. And give
Yeah.
us that date again.
It's July the 27th. We're starting registration at 9:30, and then we'll start around 10:15. And I just hope that this is gonna be what I expect for it to be. I want women to come out and just relax. We have gifts, and we have giveaways for the women. It's going to be really, really a great experience. I think, and I noticed this. Some people may be afraid; they don't know what to expect. There's nobody going to be there diagnosing you.
Correct.
We're going to leave all that alone because really we deal with symptoms. Diagnoses are for the insurance company. We deal with symptoms, and there may be something said that was on your heart. You didn't know how to identify it, but in that moment, you grasp it and you can understand yourself better.
So this
That's
is really a fun, relaxed day where you can have breakfast, you can have lunch, and you can network and mingle with other women.
yes, and learn things about your body.
Information, yeah, information
Mhm.
about your body, information about your mind, information
Yeah,
about your heart. Yes,
yes.
absolutely. And meet new friends.
Yes, exactly. And I'll have a doctor there that prescribes psychotropic medications. And she's going to explain about that because everyone's so scared. They're scared about taking medication for their psychic. Oh, then I know I'm crazy. Well, there's
Mm.
no crazy people that come into 5104 stage right. I think they're very strong people, and you have to be strong. Therapy is not for the weak at heart. It is for the strong people,
The strong people
the strong women.
gotta be built for it.
You got to be built for it, girl. Yes, you do. But yes, so and then also during that time, I like to debunk, just do away with that strong black woman persona. We know we got strength. We have weathered storms over 500 years. We know we come from strength, but we can also vulnerable.
I was just about to say that being vulnerable, being
Yeah,
real, just
being
being
real,
real and
it
being
will
natural.
heal. It
Yes,
will heal your body. That's the message. That's the message.
being natural. That's right. Like right now, I'm just being natural because I'm like, okay. First of all, I was thinking about my hair. Then I
You're
said, you
looking
know what? This is me.
That's right.
This is me. If you are not happy with you, what you care about anybody else saying? You
Exactly.
better be happy with you.
You better be
I'm
happy with
natural
you.
all day long. If
And
I
you
have a little
beautiful,
gray
sis.
show up, it's
Yeah,
all right.
yeah. You're beautiful, sis. But I think it's the confidence,
I'm
knowing.
very confident.
Yes, it's the confidence in knowing. And in what the for the women that are not confident, we want to get them there. We want to get them there. The very
Well, I will
person.
definitely be there.
I can't wait. Yes, because you know what? I'm gonna talk to you later. Because I want to
Okay.
ask you to do something for me. Your personality just exuberates. It's like
Ooh,
boom.
this is
And I'm
me.
here. Yes, 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 yes. I'm so excited, but yeah, we have to be encouraging to each other.
Absolutely.
Um,
Absolutely.
we
I
and
want to see everybody win.
yes, yeah, I know you do. I know you do. I love to be with people winning too. You know what? Because we got to encourage each other as women. If don't
That's it.
nobody else do it for us, we have to be the ones to do it. So you have to get you some good girlfriends.
What you said, that's
Good,
it.
good
As they
girlfriends.
say, what's that language? I'm gonna use my womanhood language. Get you, like you said, what you said, like my children be saying, what you said.
What you
Get
said.
you some
Good.
real friends, good
Yes.
friends, some
Yes.
friends gonna be with you no matter what. Some
No
friends that
matter
can
what.
pray you out of something.
What?
Some friends that can pray you through something. Some friends that
Yes.
can pray you up, not gonna pray you down, and not gonna
Absolutely.
pray on you when you are vulnerable.
Girl, you said
That
something
you can trust.
that you can trust. Y'all can trust each other, moving around together. May not even have the same interest, but it's that allowing you to be who you are and loving
That's
who
it.
you are. I
That's
love
it.
it. I do. I do, sis. I love that. Also, I would say that if you give this an opportunity, you won't regret it because you can take home something to work on. You don't have to be my client or any of the other therapist that's going to be attending and working. You don't have to go with them. We can help you find you somebody. We can show you what it looks like, how to step by step find you someone that's good, that is a good suit for you.
And I'm gonna go on and say it because you're so close. Dr. Kiles, where can they register for Top Down Experience 2024?
So the registration, payhip.com backslash Mardrey Kiles, or go on Eventbrite and purchase
And
it.
they just type in Top Down Experience.
That's it.
That's it. Well, hey, if there's anything you would like to let the audience know, go ahead on and share that information.
Find you somebody that you can be vulnerable with. And if the people in your life are not worthy of that, keep searching, honey. Because you're going to find somebody. Keep searching. But then just call your therapist. Call a therapist. Because that vulnerability is going to heal you. It's not going to make you weak. It takes a strong person to become vulnerable
That's
and
good.
seek that
That's good.
healing. Mhm.
That's good. That's good.
Diligent about yourself, and you'll heal.
Dr. Cows, thank you so much today for being our special guest. Well, you've heard it. She has coming up July the 27th, 2024, Top Down Experience. Top Down Experience. And she is offering you breakfast and lunch,
Yes,
giveaways,
yes,
gifts.
yes,
Look, you want to be the first one there.
yes.
Don't Look, don't wait on nobody else. Go on and tell your other girlfriends to go ahead on and register. You go ahead on and register. Hey,
Yes.
women, at your women's groups and also at your churches, come on out.
Yes.
Bring your organization and most of all, bring yourself because
I
you will
have,
have a great time.
yes,
And
I
I
have
sure
a
will
gift.
be there. That's it. I will be there. Your girl, Marceline Williams, will be in the house. And we're going to have a great, 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 as they said, cowboy, cowgirl time.
Yes. Yes.
You have been watching Whole Woman TV, and today it was a special live because I absolutely love my sister. I love you too. Hey, do you want to be on Whole Woman TV? Late night drips? Let me know. Dr. Kiles, thank you so much. I love you so much.
Yes.
Until later, we'll talk.
Yes. Bye bye.
Bye bye.